Hello, and welcome. Welcome to Daily English Whisper. I'm really glad you're here. This is your quiet moment with English. No rush. No pressure. My name is Alex. I'll be with you for the next minutes, guiding you calmly. Today's episode is called English Listening Practice with Shadowing. This episode is made to help you listen with more ease, to understand more without stress, and to slowly feel comfortable with spoken English. By the end of this episode, listening will feel softer, less heavy, less tiring. You won't understand every word. And that's okay. That's not the goal. The goal is to stay with English without fear. Many learners tell me the same thing. I can read English, but listening is hard. People speak too fast. I lose focus after a few minutes. I feel tired when I listen. If you feel this way, I want you to hear this clearly. There is nothing wrong with you. Listening is usually the hardest skill. Your ears don't control the speed. The words come and go. And your brain feels overwhelmed. Many people think listening improves only when you understand everything. That is a myth. Listening improves when you stay calm and stay present. You don't need subtitles. You don't need to pause every sentence. You don't need to catch every word. You need clear audio, simple language, and repetition. That is today's central idea. Daily, calm listening builds real understanding over time. Not long sessions. Not stress. Not forcing yourself. Just small moments of clear English every day. This episode is a podcast-style listening practice. The voice is calm. The pace is slow. The language is natural. You can listen while sitting, while walking, while resting. You don't need to take notes. You don't need to remember everything. Your only job is to listen. And sometimes repeat. In Daily English Whisper, we believe English should feel safe. Like a quiet conversation. Like a voice you trust. Today, you will hear short ideas, everyday thoughts, and gentle sentences. You will shadow some of them. You will let others pass. And all of it helps. If your mind wanders, that's normal. Just come back to the sound. If you feel tired, that's okay. Listening still works. You are not here to prove anything. You are here to grow slowly. So take another small breath. Let your shoulders relax. English is not chasing you. You are walking toward it. And I'm right here with you. Now let me ask you a simple question. What does good listening practice really mean? Many learners think listening practice means struggling to understand every word. But that idea creates tension. Real listening practice is something different. It is learning to stay with the sound, even when you don't understand everything. The key technique today is clear audio shadowing. This means you listen to short, clear sentences. And you repeat them slowly, without pressure. You don't race the speaker. You don't translate in your head. You let the sound come in. And you let your voice follow. This technique works very well for everyday listening because it trains your ear and your mouth at the same time. When you only listen, your mind can drift. When you repeat, your focus stays. And when the audio is clear and calm, your brain feels safe. Now let me explain how to do this step by step. First, you listen to one sentence. Just listen. No repeating yet. Second, you listen again. And you repeat softly. You don't need to be loud. You can whisper. What matters is movement. Your mouth is learning the shape of English. Now let's try a short practice together. Listen first. Right now, you don't need to understand everything. Just listen. Right now, you don't need to understand everything. Now repeat after me, slowly. Right now, you don't need to understand everything. Good. Notice how calm that feels. Let's try another one. Listen. Clear sound helps your brain relax. Now repeat. Clear sound helps your brain relax. Very nice. If your pronunciation is not perfect, that's okay. Clarity comes with repetition. Shadowing is not about copying perfectly. It is about staying close to the rhythm. Now one more. Listen. You are training your ears, not testing them. Repeat with me. You are training your ears, not testing them. Excellent. This kind of listening practice fits into daily life. 5 minutes in the morning. A few sentences at night. You don't need long sessions. Short, regular listening is better. And remember this important idea. Confusion is not failure. Confusion is part of learning. Every time you listen calmly, your brain learns a little more. So as we continue, stay relaxed. Let the sound guide you. You are doing exactly what you need to do. Now, let's talk about the main question for today. How can you improve your English listening? When real English feels fast. When your mind gets tired. And when you lose focus easily? Many learners tell me things like this. I start listening, but my mind drifts. I understand the first part, then I get lost. I feel tired after a few minutes. If this sounds familiar, listen carefully. The problem is not your English level. The problem is how listening usually feels. When listening feels like a test, your brain closes. When listening feels safe, your brain opens. Today, we change the feeling. You don't need to understand every sentence. You don't need to remember everything. You need connection, not control. In this episode, I'll share a few simple ways to practice listening every day. Ways that feel light. Ways that fit into real life. These ways are not rules. They are gentle paths. You can use one today. Another tomorrow. And before we move on, let me say this softly. If this episode helps you feel calmer with listening, you can support this channel by liking the video. It helps Daily English Whisper reach more learners who need slow, clear English. Now, take a small breath. We'll begin with the first simple way to practice listening daily. Listen to English without trying to understand everything. This may feel strange at first, but it is very important. Many learners stop listening when they don't understand a word. Their mind gets stuck, and they miss the next sentences. In real life, listening is not perfect. Even native speakers miss words sometimes. So today, we practice letting words pass. Listen for the general idea. Listen for the feeling. Not every detail. For example, listen to this short sentence. It's been a quiet morning so far. Just listen. It's been a quiet morning so far. Now repeat with me. It's been a quiet morning so far. Good. You may not know every word. That's okay. You still feel the meaning. Calm. Slow. Nothing stressful. Now listen to another one. Things feel a little easier today. Repeat after me. Things feel a little easier today. Very nice. You didn't stop to translate. You stayed with the sound. This is how listening grows. You can do this while doing simple tasks. Making tea. Folding clothes. Walking slowly. You don't need full focus. Light focus is enough. Now let's try another sentence. Listen. I'm taking it one step at a time. Repeat. I'm taking it one step at a time. Excellent. This way of listening removes pressure. You don't fight the audio. You flow with it. Even if you understand only 60%, your brain is still learning. Every calm listening moment adds up. You are not behind. You are building quietly. Let's continue gently. Now let's move to the second simple way to practice listening. Listen to the same short audio more than once. Many learners think progress comes from new material. But real progress often comes from repetition. When you listen one time, your brain is just getting used to the sound. When you listen again, your brain starts to relax. When you listen a third time, you notice more. Repetition makes listening feel easier. Let's try this together with a short sentence. Listen first. I didn't realize how tired I was. Just listen. I didn't realize how tired I was. Now listen again. And repeat with me. I didn't realize how tired I was. Good. Notice how it feels easier the second time. Let's do it one more time. I didn't realize how tired I was. Very nice. You didn't study. You didn't analyze. You just stayed with the sound. This way works well because your brain likes familiarity. Familiar sounds feel safe. You can repeat short audio while doing daily things. While walking. While resting your eyes. While waiting. You don't need long clips. 10 seconds is enough. Now listen to another sentence. I'll listen again later. Repeat with me. I'll listen again later. Good. Re-listening is not boring. It is training. Every time you listen again, your understanding grows quietly. You may notice new words or clearer pronunciation. or smoother rhythm. Even if you don't notice anything, learning is happening. This way is especially helpful on tired days. You don't need energy. You just need presence. Repetition turns listening from effort into habit. And habits build fluency. Let's keep going calmly. Now let's move to the third simple way to practice listening. Listen with a light response, not silence. This means you don't just listen passively. And you don't speak a lot either. You listen. And you respond with a short sound or sentence. This keeps your brain active without pressure. In real life, when we listen, we react naturally. We say things like yeah, or okay, or I see. These small responses help you stay connected. Let's try this together. Listen first. Some days feel slower than others. Just listen. Some days feel slower than others. Now repeat the sentence with me. Some days feel slower than others. Good. Now listen again. And this time, add a small response after. Some days feel slower than others. Now you say, yeah, that's true. Say it slowly with me. Yeah, that's true. Very good. This is listening with presence. You are not creating long answers. You are just staying engaged. Let's try another one. Listen. I'm trying to stay focused today. Repeat the sentence first. I'm trying to stay focused today. Good. Now add a short response. You can say, I get that. Repeat with me. I get that. Excellent. These small responses are very common in English. They appear in podcasts, in conversations, in daily listening. They help you feel part of the conversation, even when you are only listening. Now let's do one more. Listen. It took me a while to understand. Repeat. It took me a while to understand. Good. Now respond with a soft line. Yeah, that happens. Say it with me. Yeah, that happens. Nice. You can practice this while listening to any clear English audio. You don't need special material. You listen to one sentence. You repeat it or answer softly. Then you move on. This way keeps listening active. It reduces tiredness. It helps your brain stay awake. And here is something important. Your response does not need to be perfect. Even one word is enough. Yes. Right. Okay. Listening is not silent work. It is interaction, even when you are alone. And if today feels heavy, this way makes listening lighter. You are not forcing understanding. You are staying connected. That is real progress. Let's continue gently. Now let's move into the last main way to practice listening. This one changes how English feels in your day. This is the fourth way. Listen to English as background, not as a test. Many learners believe they must sit down and focus very hard to improve listening. But listening also grows when English is simply present. When English plays softly in the background, your brain absorbs rhythm, sounds, and patterns. You don't need full attention. Light attention is enough. Think about how music works. You don't analyze every note, but the melody stays with you. Listening works in a similar way. Now let's try a short example. Listen. Right now, I'm just letting the sound flow. Just listen. Right now, I'm just letting the sound flow. Now repeat with me. Right now, I'm just letting the sound flow. Good. This kind of listening is perfect when you are doing calm activities. Cooking, cleaning, stretching, resting. You don't stop what you're doing. You let English walk with you. Let's try another one. Listen. I don't need to catch every word. Repeat. I don't need to catch every word. Very nice. When English is background sound, pressure disappears. Your brain stops fighting. And learning happens quietly. Now, this way can grow into very small habits. Tiny listening moments you repeat daily. For example, you can choose one short podcast or audio. You don't change it every day. You let it become familiar. You play it while making breakfast. You hear the same voice. The same rhythm. Over time, your ears relax. Another small habit is choosing clear, calm audio. Not loud. Not fast. Clear sound helps your brain stay open. You can also pause sometimes and repeat one sentence you like. For example, listen. I'm okay with listening slowly. Now repeat. I'm okay with listening slowly. Good. You don't need to repeat everything. Just one sentence is enough. And here is another gentle habit. If your mind wanders, that's fine. When you notice it, you come back to the sound. No judgment. Listening does not need control. It needs permission. Permission to be imperfect. Permission to be slow. And when listening feels safe, it becomes part of your day. Not work. Not stress. Just sound. Stay with this feeling. Let's stay with this last way for a moment, because this is where daily listening becomes a real habit. When English is part of your background, you can build very small micro-habits around it. Nothing heavy. Nothing strict. Just soft routines. One helpful micro-habit is choosing one moment of the day for listening. Not many. Just one. For example, in the morning, while you prepare something simple, you let English play. You don't stop. You don't repeat everything. You just let the sound be there. Later, one sentence may catch your attention. For example, you hear, "Today feels a bit lighter." Now repeat it with me, softly. Today feels a bit lighter. Good. You didn't plan this. It just happened. Another micro-habit is noticing one phrase that feels familiar. When you hear it again, your brain smiles. It thinks, I know this. For example, listen. I've heard this before. Now repeat. I've heard this before. Very nice. This feeling of familiarity is important. It tells your brain that English is not new or dangerous. Another small habit is repeating only the ending of a sentence. You don't need the full sentence. For example, listen. I'm trying to stay calm today. You repeat only, stay calm today. Say it slowly. Stay calm today. Good. This keeps listening light and playful. Another gentle habit is letting English play during quiet moments. Not when you are stressed. Not when you are rushing. But when things are slow. For example, before sleep. While stretching. While resting your eyes. You hear English. You don't analyze it. You let it pass. And here is one more micro habit. Very simple. When the audio ends, you say one sentence to yourself. For example, that was enough for today. Repeat with me. That was enough for today. This creates closure. It makes listening feel complete, not endless. All these micro habits share one idea. Listening does not need effort. It needs consistency. Small moments. Clear sound. Calm mind. You don't need to do everything. One habit is enough. And when listening feels easy, you come back to it. That is how fluency grows quietly. Now let's slow down and bring everything together. Today, you practiced English listening in a calm, supportive way. You listened without pressure. You repeated softly. You stayed connected, even when you didn't understand everything. You learned that good listening is not about control. It's about presence. The core message of today's episode is very simple. Calm, daily listening builds real understanding over time. Not long sessions. Not forcing yourself. Not chasing every word. Just clear audio. Simple language. And gentle repetition. You can listen while doing small things. You can listen again to the same audio. You can respond with a short phrase. You can let English play in the background. All of these are real listening practice. You don't need to wait until you feel ready. Listening is what makes you ready. And when English becomes a soft part of your day, it stops feeling like work. It becomes a familiar sound. A friendly voice. A space where you feel safe. I want to leave you with one short sentence. A sentence you can remember. Listening calmly is already learning. Say it with me, slowly. Listening calmly is already learning. Good. If you want to keep practicing like this, you can subscribe to Daily English Whisper and continue learning with me. More clear audio. More daily shadowing. More quiet confidence. I'm Alex. And I'm really proud of you for showing up today. Every minute you listen matters. Thank you for being here. Take care. And I'll see you in the next episode.